If you're running Facebook ads that redirect people to your website or landing page and you do not have the Facebook pixel installed, then you're setting up your ads for failure. Now, the pixel is a piece of code that tracks what actions people take on your website after they click on your ads. And this is really important because it helps you to assess the performance of your ads. So you can say, okay, this is how much I have spent, and here is how much I have made in profit. Because the pixel communicates the activities on your website back to Facebook. And also, aside from helping you understand the results of your campaign, the pixel also helps Facebook to optimize your campaign to the right people. It can also help you build a custom audience of people taking specific actions on your website. So, for instance, you can build a custom audience of people who added your product to cart without making a purchase. So you can then go on to retarget these people with ads that pushes them to complete the transaction. So you can see how this is likely to improve your results considerably and also help you to maximize whatever ad spend you have. In this tutorial, we're going to be looking at the new method of creating the pixel, which Facebook has now changed to dataset. So it's no longer pixel, it's now called dataset. And I'll also show you how to install it on a kind of website builder called System. So System is a free website builder that you can use if you don't have a WordPress domain or hosting, right? But then I would also chip in some information for those who may have WordPress website and would want to be able to learn how to install the Facebook pixel or the Facebook dataset as it's now called. So welcome to my channel. My name is Mary Adole and this is Smart Skills Hub TV. If you're new on this channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss out when I post similar videos like this. And without further ado, let's log on to the business settings on Facebook. So the first thing you want to do is to come to Google and type in Facebook Business Manager, right? So it brings you here to this interface like this. So if you haven't been running ads before and probably you don't have, maybe you've been running ads from your Facebook accounts directly and maybe you've been boosting posts, you're not going to, likely you won't have a business manager. So when you type in business manager, whether on your phone or on your laptop, it's going to be bringing you, it won't bring you here, it will bring you to a space and ask you to create your business manager either with your Facebook account or with your Instagram account. So just click on login with Facebook and then it's going to likely bring you here. So what the next thing you're going to do is to click on all tools. Then from all tools, I always like to navigate to ads manager before going to the business settings. All right. So it's on the business settings we are going to be creating a Facebook pixel. So from your ads manager, you navigate back to these three lines here where we have this three line, click on it, and then we would have the business settings and then we'll click on business settings. So the business settings is actually a platform that helps you to control, all your advertising assets. So including Facebook pages, ads accounts, and also data set as well. All right, including Instagram accounts and also WhatsApp accounts. So it just helps you to manage everything from one dashboard. So I'll come here and I'll click on business, and this is what the business settings look like. So from here you can see we have users, and underneath we have partners, we have system users. Then under accounts, we have pages, we have ads accounts, we have business asset groups, we have apps, Instagram accounts, and all whatnot. Then it is under data sources that we are now going to be creating a data set. All right. So once I click on this drop down under the data sources, we are going to be having data sets. But then we also still have pixels here. So let me click on these pixels and see what we have here. So even when you click on and pixels, it will still tell you the same thing. Digital marketer pixels have a new location. So we've made some changes to our platform. You can now find this asset in the data sources menu under data sets. So meaning that you would have to click on data sets to be able to. So I'm thinking probably they'll soon have to remove this pixel altogether because it is just acting as a redirection for people who still do not know that it is under the data set that they now have to create the pixel. So if I click on view data set, let's see what we have. So let's see the redirection it would make for us. So what it does was that it's now redirected us to data sets. All right. So it was still having the same thing if I had just clicked on data set. So like I said, I'm thinking that very soon this pixel would be removed altogether because it's just here acting as a redirect for, for people who do not know that they just have to go to data sets. So I already have a data set created for one of the ads account on this business manager. So remember that the business manager helps you to actually manage different ads accounts. And on this business manager, I have two different ads accounts, and this one that says affiliate pixels or data sets was created for one of the ads accounts, which is the digital marketer, right? But then I want to be able to create another data set for another ads account. All right. So what I'm just going to do is I'll come to add, and after I've created it, I'll assign it to the ads account that I want to, use it for. All right. So I'll come to add, and then we would go on to create it. All right. So when I click on add, it will ask me to name the data set. So I'll just name it a random name. So I'll name it data set 2. All right. Then I'll click on create. Okay, so it's been created now, and we are actually supposed to set it up properly, in order to install it on our website. But before we do that, I'll just go to assign assets, and then I'll assign it to the ads accounts that I want to be, managing it for the ads. All right. Then I'll just come here and then I'll select this ads account. So if I also have, other ads account that I want to assign it to, I can also go on to assign it as well. So I'll click on affiliate biz, which is the ads account. Then I'll click on add. Then it will successfully add it, and then it says one ads account has been added to this asset. Then I'll click on done. So the next thing I want to do is to open this data set in Events Manager. So the Events Manager is a tool within this ecosystem where we can manage our data sets as well. So once we are here on our Events Manager, the next thing we're going to do is to click on Set Up Metapixel. So it's going to look like this. So it's going to be saying your data set hasn't received any activity yet. So we are going to be scrolling down, and what we want to do is to install this pixel or the data set to a website. So I'll come here and I'll click on, there are actually different ones. This one says set up conversion API, but that's not what we want to do. So we'll just come here, the one that says gather website event from browser activity, and I'll click on set up metapixel, and I'm going to be clicking on install code manually. So this base code is going to be installed on all the pages of your website, but then we are going to be installing it only once. All right. So for people who have WordPress websites, once you use a plugin to install this base code, it is going to be tracking activities on all pages of your website. So you don't actually have to install it one after the other. So the base code only helps you to track more basic actions on your site, like page view. All right. So it sends information to Facebook when somebody lands on your page and just view it. So it doesn't actually track main activities, like when somebody adds your product to cart, or when somebody makes a purchase, or when somebody clicks a button. To be able to track that, we would have to install something called event code. All right. So the event code are actually used to track more specific activities on your website. So to install this base code, just follow what I'm doing, come to copy code, and then the next thing we are going to be doing is that we are going to be installing this on our Systemy website. So if it were for a WordPress website, all you need to do is to install a plugin. There are actually different plugins you can actually use. There is the one called the WP header and footer. Once you get that plugin installed, you can actually go on to use this base code. All right. So the next thing we're going to be doing after we've copied it is to come to this place that says continue, and then we will turn on automatic advanced matching. I'll click on it, and then all of these are going to be turned on because it's going to be helping Facebook to get more information about people who are visiting our website. And I'll click on continue, and then this is where we are now going to be setting up the major events that we can use to track specific activities on our website. But before we do that, let's install the base code on our Systemy website. Some people call it system, but I call it Systemy because there is an E after the. I'll revert back to my Systemy website, and this is how it looks like. All right. So System is actually free to use, and you can use it to create up to 3 landing pages for your products. I have created this website for someone who is an affiliate marketer and she's actually advertising a free webinar, right? So I helped her to use system to create the landing page, and now we are going to be installing the base code, all right? So if you want to learn how to create system websites, I'm going to be leaving the link to a tutorial I created some time ago talking about how to, create system websites from the scratch, all right? So I'll click on funnels, and then I'm going to navigate to the landing page, all right? And then what I'm going to do is I'll come to edit page. It's going to be bringing me inside the landing page itself, so you're going to be seeing how it looks like. So you can see this is looking like your typical landing page, right? But this is not where we're going to. We are going to be navigating to settings. So I'll come to settings, and then we would navigate to tracking, all right? So I'll come way down where I have tracking, and then I'll click on it. And okay, so I'll just click on edit header code, and then we are going to be able to. So there was already a pixel I installed, so I'll just have to delete it. So I'll delete it, and then I'll install another one. Then after I'm done, I'll click on save. All right. Now come here, and then I'll also save the changes. Now, how do we know that this pixel has been installed successfully? There are actually two ways we can actually, achieve that. And one of the ways is by getting a Chrome extension called the Facebook Pixel Helper, right? So you can also get the Chrome extension from Google. So you just go to Google and type Facebook Pixel Helper, and then you install it on your Chrome, all right? And then it's going to be telling us if there is a pixel on this page or not. So what I'm going to do is I'll revert back to the home page, and then I'm going to be copying the link of this website, and then I'll open it on another browser, and then the pixel helper is going to tell us if the pixel code was installed successfully or not. So I'll come here and I'll copy the code, and then I'm going to open another tab, and then I'll enter the URL. So I'm on the website, and you can see that it has turned this color. So this is what the Facebook pixel helper looks like. So if you're on a website that there is a Facebook pixel or a Facebook data set on it, it's going to be turning this color, right? It will turn active, right? So it's showing that there is a pixel here, and it's just one pixel. So if I click on it, it will show me the pixel ID that is on this website. So it's 7239 and ending with 707. So if I go back to my events manager, you would also see that it's the same ID. All right, it's the same ID that is there. So we'll go back to the pixel. So back on the events manager, we'll go back to the Facebook pixel overview, and then I want to confirm that it's the same pixel ID that is actually on that website. All right, take a look at the ID here. You would see that it's actually the same thing. So that is even one confirmation that our pixel has been installed successfully. Then another way you can also confirm that your pixel has been installed successfully is to test the event. So if I click on test event, it's going to bring us to a place where it would ask us to enter the URL of the website where we just entered the pixel base code. All right, but we're not going to be doing that for this time at this time. So it's tell you to confirm that your website events are set up correctly, and when you do that, you're now going to be redirected to enter the URL. And when you do that, you will now click on the URL, and then you would perform some activities on the website, like viewing it. So once you do that, it's now going to report back to this events manager. So this is where the pixel actually communicates to Facebook. So it's going to be reporting back that somebody has visited that website, but it's just actually a test. All right, the next thing we are going to be doing is that we're going to be looking at how to track a button on that landing page, because this is actually a single and a very simple landing page. And what we are basically doing is that we have put a button here. So the main call to action is a button that people click, and then they can come to chat this person up on WhatsApp. So we want to be able to track whenever somebody clicks on that button to become a lead. So we want to be able to know how much Facebook is going to be charging us per each lead that we get, and also how many people have actually clicked on that button to become a lead. So if you're an affiliate marketer, or you sell digital products, and you have a one-page website, or sorry, a one-page landing page, and you want to actually be able to track this type of activities, like when people just click on that button to become your lead, you want to be able to know how much Facebook is actually charging you per each lead you get and how many leads you're actually getting. This is how you're going to be able to do it. Press that button. I'll simply come back to the events manager. On the event manager overview, I'll come to manage integrations. So before then, if I scroll down, you would see that the page view is already picking up here and showing that the pixel is active, right? So, and that's because we've gone through the landing page several times, and Facebook is assuming that there is activity on the page, our own activity, and it's now sending this message back to the events manager through the pixel base code that we just inserted, right? That we just installed rather. So what we want to do right now is to track this particular button on this landing page. I'm going to come to manage integrations. I'll click on manage integrations, and then to bring me here, and then the meta pixel is active, and I'm just going to click on manage. And then what I'm going to do is to open the event setup tool, and it's just going to give you some information on how the event setup tool works. And then you click on open event setup tool, and it's going to be asking us to enter the URL of the landing page that we want to track. So for you, if you're using a WordPress website and it's a particular page on that website that your landing page is on, that's the URL you're going to be copying. So you're not going to go on to copy the entire URL of your entire website. All right, so you're just going to be copying the particular landing page that has the button that you're looking to track. All right, so in this case, I'm going to be copying the URL of the funnel we've been using as our example, or of the landing page we've been using as our example. So I'll come back here and I'll copy it, and then we'll go back to add it into the this space. Then we'll go on to open the website. So it's going to be opening, and then we would see what happens next. So once it opens, it brings up this dialog box, and then it gives us two options to either track a new button or to track a URL. So if we're going to be tracking a button, so it means that we're going to be tracking any of the buttons on the page, and then telling Facebook what activity or what message or what that actually means for our business. All right, so in this case, I'm going to click on track new button, and then it's going to be taking me to any of the buttons, and then I'm just going to click on it. And once I click on that button, it will now ask me to select the event that button is going to be meaning for my business. All right, for some reason this is not clicking. I'm believing that it's my network. So when you're going to be doing this, I'm very certain that your buttons would be activated. All right, so if my button was going to be activated, this button will just turn green. All right, it will turn green, and then I'll be able to click on it. And once I click on it, it will bring back the dialog box and then ask me to select the event that I want to track. All right, but in this case, it's not tracking, it's not selecting it. I believe it's actually network issues, because trust me, we've been dealing with network issues for a stretch of some days now, and this is really affecting what our work in the online space here in Nigeria. All right, so that's all about that. It's very simple from over here, but let's assume that I want to track a URL instead. That would mean that whenever somebody lands on this landing page, Facebook is going to be counting them as lead. But that is really not what you want to do, because some persons may actually land on this page, but they may not actually become your lead. All right, so it would mean that you'll be receiving false information from the pixel. Do you get? So let's see, I'm going to open the event setup tool again, and we're going to be acting as though we want to track a URL. All right, so I'll click on open, and then let's see what happens. So if I click on track URL, it's going to be asking me to enter the URL that I want to track. All right, then the first thing I'm also going to do, the first thing it's going to be asking me to do is to select an event. So this was actually what Facebook ought to have told us to also do when we're tracking a button, but for some reason it's not coming up. Like I said, I think it's network. All right, so in this instance, if we're going to be tracking a URL, we're just going to click on we're going to be clicking on lead. All right, because a click on this button signals to us that somebody has become a lead. But there are some instances when we set up such a landing page, and then we put up a button so that when people click on it, it would also bring them to maybe a WhatsApp business account, and then they can also come to have a conversation with us that would, get them to buy. So sometimes you might also want to, set that up as a purchase. All right. So you might either want to set it up as a lead or as a purchase, depending on what you're actually, depending on what your landing page is really all about. So if your landing page is, geared towards selling something, then you want to, select the purchase objective, or sorry, the purchase event. But if your landing page is geared towards giving out something for free, like a lead magnet, then you want to use the lead event instead. All right. So let's say we want to track a URL and it's for lead generation. We'll just click on it, and then we are going to be entering the URL of the landing page that we want to track. And then this URL equals means that whenever somebody clicks on this URL, it means that um, it equals a lead. All right. But then you really don't want to do that. Instead, you want to use the other one that tells you to track a new button, because that would help you to accurately get information from your landing page or from your sales page or from your website or what have you. All right. So once you're done with all of that, just click on confirm. And if it's the button you're also using, if it's the button you were tracking, you just click on finish setup, and then it will bring up another dialog box asking you if you're satisfied with the was like just asking you to give some review. But you can just click on skip, and then once you click on skip, it will take you back to the event manager overview. All right. So once you're on the event manager overview, you might want to also test the event to see that the pixel is firing correctly, or that the lead event that you have just set up is firing correctly. And to do that, you just come to test event, and then you're going to be entering the URL of the website or of the landing page that you have just installed the event. And then it's going to now ask you to visit the website and take that action, which is to click on the button and then act as though you're going to actually become a lead. All right. So once you do that, it's now going to register back on the event manager that a lead event has been fired. All right. So once you see that, it confirms to you that the event has been set up successfully, and then you can go on to run your ads. And then, when your ad starts to run and it starts to deliver and people start to visit your website and take action by clicking on the landing page button, it will report back to the event manager that, people are actually joining to become leads. And you'd also get, that message back on your ads manager as well. You know how that when you're running ads, you can actually see the number of people who have become your leads and how much, you're spending per each lead. That is actually what a Facebook pixel or a Facebook data set, as we have now come to know it, is helps to actually achieve. All right. So if all of this is sounding strange and you would like to learn more, you like to understand better how all of this works and how you can also ensure that you use this for your own advantage as a business person in the online space, I actually offer a one-on-one coaching program on Facebook and Instagram ads, and you can come through to me on WhatsApp so that we can discuss about how we can actually put you on the course to becoming or using Facebook ads to maximize your visibility in the online space. So I'm going to be leaving a link to my WhatsApp in the description of this video so that we can come to have a conversation around that. All right. So if you also have any questions, please don't hesitate to drop in the comment section, and I'll be reading out the comments and attending to the comments as well. All right. So I believe you've gained massive value from this tutorial. Please do not leave without hitting the like button and also sharing the video with your friends and people in your network whom you believe will be benefiting from this video as well. And if you've not yet subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out when I post similar videos like this as well. All right. So this is where we're going to be drawing the curtain on this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.